When I arrive at a shearing shed, the first thing I do, a lot of the time we travel to the shearing shed in work buses. We're in this seated position, travelling for up to an hour or more sometimes. Upon getting to the shed and hopping out of the bus, I like to give a bit of relief to being in this position for so long. The body's cold, the body's tight, it needs opening up, loosening up, a bit of circulation going. So I'll jump out of the shearing bus, and if time allows, of course, I'll jump on my feet and go for a walk for a good 10 to 15 minutes before I actually walk into the shed with my shearing gear and start any sort of stretch routine, just to get that circulation going, just to give a bit of relief from the sitting in the bus and pressure on our back and spine. After you've warmed yourself up and you've stretched yourself out fairly well, during the early part of that first run, the first 10 to 15 minutes, I'd suggest just ease into your day. Don't go like a bull at a gate straight away. Ease into your day and feel your body out a bit. If you feel after that 10 or 15 minute interval in your first run shearing that you still feel a bit stiff and a bit tight, we'll take a minute or two when you're catching pen just to redo a couple of them stretches and ease the load again, and you'll feel it'll assist you throughout the later part of the day a lot more. The first break, smoker they call, lasts for half an hour, and during this time I believe it's a good opportunity to keep stretching and mobility exercises ongoing, as opposed to sitting up and the body going back to a cold sort of stagnant stage and having to redo it at the start of each run. A lot of mobility and stretching exercises can be ongoing during the day, and a lot of them can be quite simple. It's just trying to reverse a lot of the effects that we've been putting the body under during that 2-hour period. Lunchtime, the second break of the day, lunchtime is the longer break. It goes for an hour. It's a great opportunity during this break to obviously you have a lot more time to spend a good 10 or 15 minutes re-stretching and stretching the body out after the morning's work. A great opportunity too, I quite often at lunchtime will go for another walk, 5 or 10 minutes, just head out of the shed, down the track a bit, and walking's great. It gives a lot of relief to back, legs, hips, major muscle groups. It does a lot of work for quite a simple exercise, and you can get out and get a bit of fresh air and go for a bit of a walk. So great opportunity to get out and have another walk during the lunchtime before you start again, and redo your stretch routine just before you get back on the boards. Yeah, at the end of the working day, unfortunately we travel to work in buses a lot of the time. We've finished working through our day and we go into a seated position where the body can tend to lock up, so to speak. Sometimes we travel for up to an hour. So after that working day, when I do get off the bus and back home, I like to just do some light exercise. Nothing too strenuous, whether it be kicking the footy with the kids, walking the dog, going out for a walk with the wife, anything like that. Very simple, light, 20 minutes to 30 minutes, just to loosen that body up after that tight bus trip and any sort of muscle stiffness that's come in during that time. After that initial little bit of exercise to loosen up and get circulation going again, I like to have a hot shower, hot bath, just to really get into their muscles and give a bit of relief. And then following that, obviously while the body's still warm, I'd like to go straight into a bit of light stretch routine again to give a bit of relief, and reversals of the positions during the day, spine stretch backwards, lying on the stomach, stretching, arching backwards, give a bit of relief to that position we've been in for 8 hours during the day.